Welcome to the Creative People series presented by Pineapple Gallery. I'm Audrey Shear and I'll be your curator. We're in for a treat today. Our guest is Michael Elias. Michael is a singer and songwriter. He plays the guitar and the mandolin. He's an original member of the St. Augustine-based band The Stragglers. He plays with The Last Bee, The Hombres, and the Dune Hoppers. He has performed at festivals, fairs, contra dances, and square dances around the state of Florida. With his fellow band members, Michael plays and sings original music, as well as music described as old-time, traditional Appalachian, bluegrass, folk, blues, roots, Americana, Irish, and swing, as well as unique versions of hits from the 60s and 70s. Welcome, Michael, to the Creative People series.
That all sounds so like professional.
Aren't you impressive? Are you impressed?
Yeah, I'm impressed with myself.
I'm impressed, yes. I have a great guest today. Okay, so here's my first question for you.
Oh.
So that was a very long list of musical genres.
That's true.
So if somebody says, hey, Michael, what kind of music do you play?
I read that.
Oh, you do?
I just get it out of my wallet and say,
You've got your note card.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's basically roots music, but I've just had a lot of different influences throughout the time I've been playing. You know, I started out playing folk music back when I was just a kid, you know, and listened to like Peter, Paul and Mary and Kingston Trio, and then at the same time listened to, you know, the early Beatles and the Beach Boys and that kind of stuff too, and all different, you know, all the stuff, even Motown and a little bit of everything. So my influences are a lot of different things, and then you kind of gravitate towards what you like and what you feel like you can play the best, or what your voice lends itself to.
And for you,
and kind of what you're writing and all the different kinds of things like that. So it all kind of blends together.
And when you lean toward the one that what is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, you can't play everything, so you lean towards what you feel like you can do the best, and but it doesn't mean you don't like everything else. I mean, I like a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily play, but I guess what I'm saying is all the stuff I like influences and kind of grew all got thrown into the pot of what I do play and how I play it. Because even when I play somebody else's songs, I kind of play it in my own style.
Yes, you definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell that for sure. All right, so what is your favorite song that you have written, and what inspired it?
Oh, I didn't know you were going to ask me that. I don't really have a favorite.
Really?
Yeah, because every song comes out of a different place. And just like artists, I mean, we're sitting here in an art gallery. I think if you ask almost any artist what the favorite painting that they ever did was, they probably wouldn't have an answer either, because it's really the same idea that, you know, whatever work you're working on at the time comes from you and comes from all the experiences that you're putting into it. And at the time you're doing it, that's your favorite.
Got it.
And right after you do it, and when you know you got it right, it's your favorite, you know, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's your favorite of all time.
Right. So it's inspired by the moment too, the moment and the time.
Yeah, and where the song that you're writing, where it's coming from, the feeling that you got that pushed it out of you. I think that's, you know, I think almost any artist will tell you that too, and musicians, especially songwriters, will tell you that they don't have a favorite that they ever wrote.
Okay.
Unless it's one that made them $1 million, then they might go, yeah, that's my favorite for sure, and don't forget to go and buy it.
Right.
You know. But, you know.
So from all of those, can you pick one for us that you like a lot? Or maybe one that you just recently did? Your latest favorite?
That's a hard thing to say, but I can play a song for you if that's what you're asking.
One that you've written, right? You're going to play
if you want me to do only ones I've written, I can do that.
I would love it.
So this song is one of my favorites. Okay. It's not one of the most recent I've written, but it's kind of crazy and sort of fun.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it has a little bit of philosophical message in it too. And you can sing along.
Oh, great.
The authorities brought me to this place. They say I'm crazy as a loon. And then the doctors didn't like my face, so now they locked me in a rubber room. Yes, they locked me in a rubber room, a place that I don't like at all. The only good thing about a rubber room is fun of bouncing off the walls. It all got started about a week ago, when things began to get confused. And just because I act unusual of being crazy, I'm accused. Just because I can't recall a thing about who I am or why I'm here. Well, lots of people don't know those things, and they are not considered weird. Yep, the authorities brought me to this place. They say I'm crazy as a loon. And then the doctors didn't like my face, so now they lock me in a rubber room. Yes, they lock me in a rubber room, a place that I don't like at all. The only good thing about a rubber room is fun of bouncing off the walls. Yep. It all got started when I was a child. At least that's what all the experts say. They keep on asking me about my past. I can't remember yesterday. They keep on feeding me these little pills, hoping I will get well soon. But they just make me want to fly away here inside my rubber room. Yep, the authorities brought me to this place. They say I'm crazy as a loon. And then the doctors didn't like my face, so now they lock me in a rubber room. Yes, they lock me in a rubber room, a place that I don't like at all. The only good thing about a rubber room, come on, it's fun of bouncing off the walls. Yeah. They're gonna finally let me out of here. They've declared my problem solved, 'cause I now remember who I am, and why I'm here can't be resolved. Yes, it's multiple choice or fill in the blanks when the mighty questions loom, or else you end up bouncing off the walls of a cozy rubber room. Yep, the authorities brought me to this place. They say I'm crazy as a loon. And then the doctors didn't like my face, so now they lock me in a rubber room. Yes, they lock me in a rubber room, a place that I don't like at all. Oh, the only good thing about a rubber room is fun of bouncing off the wall. It's fun of bouncing off the wall. Big finish. It's fun of bouncing off the wall.
That was fabulous. That was fun.
I always like
Oh
doing
my
that.
gosh, I loved it. I haven't heard that one.
You never heard that?
No,
Well,
that was great.
that's sad because
That was
of
great.
course it should be on the radio.
I know.
everywhere.
We should have all heard that one. That was wonderful. That was really fun.
Thanks,
That was
thanks.
really fun.
Thank you very much.
I think maybe you answered this one about describing your creative process. I wondered if you hid in the closet.
Well,
Oh,
the
you
process
Yeah.
can differ. The creative process can be, again, just like artists, it can differ depending on where you get your inspiration and just how you get your inspiration. Because for me, like writing songs, I might wake up in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning and just have an idea, and if I'm not too lazy, which most of the time I am, unfortunately, I'll get up and, write the basic thing down, and it's just coming.
Oh, wow.
I'm just like boom, 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 writing it down, and then, then I go back to sleep, and in the morning I'm like, oh yeah, that was a pretty good idea, but blah blah, and then you'll sit there and tweak it, and then maybe you'll have a working tune, and then maybe the tune doesn't really work, but at least it helped you with the meter and the rhyme and figuring all that out, and then you might change the tune to something different, and well, the next song I'm going to do is actually a good example of that process. But it can differ. I mean, sometimes you get a tune in your head and it just stays in your head for a couple of weeks, and you're thinking, man, that's a great tune. I got to write some words to it. So the tune might come first, and then sometimes you just get an inspiration of something that happened, or you hear about something that happened to a friend or something like that, and maybe the whole song comes into you at once, and then sometimes you have a specific thing you want to write about. That like I got an assignment to write a Christmas song one time, and I ended up writing 4 different Christmas songs to a fellow named Jim Stafford owns a studio up in St. Augustine. For a long time, he was doing Christmas albums every year to raise money for children's who didn't have Christmas presents. I forget what they called it off the top of my head, but empty stocking fund.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so a lot of St. Augustine musicians are amazing. I mean, so many people just jumped at the chance to, donate their time, and a lot of us wrote original songs. Some people would go in and just, do a regular Christmas song, but a lot of people said, oh, I'm going to write an original Christmas tune for that, and so I ended up doing it like 4 years.
Wow.
Now he's stopped doing it now because it just became so much work, and he's got a lot of other things going, but so I ended up writing these 4 Christmas tunes. I'm not going to do one of those, but I just wanted to say that as far as like how the process comes is that somebody actually sort of said, hey, I want you to write a Christmas song. So 4 years in a row, I ended up having that assignment. And the 4 Christmas songs that I ended up writing were amazingly different from each other. It was like every one had a different feel to it, and a different one was kind of humorous and fun, and then every one had sort of a different feel, a different idea.
Depending on what kind of year you have it? Or
and just depending on what message I wanted to put out, that particular, whatever kind of struck me as a Christmas message I wanted to do, So some other time, if we do this again,
I want to hear all of that.
maybe sometime closer to Christmas, I'll play you a couple of Christmas songs.
That would be good. That would be.
But this next song I'm going to do is kind of interesting because talking about the process again. This song I wrote quite a while ago, and my wife Roanne, who you'll probably meet in a little while or sometime soon, who's an artist, a wonderful painter. She and I went camping we were living in Georgia at the time, and we went camping up in the North Georgia mountains, which is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And we were in our little camper, and me first and then her both came down with the flu while we were camping.
That's terrible.
And so we're in this gorgeous, beautiful woods and waterfalls and all the hiking and stuff like that. And we had already done a little bit of it, but then we're stuck in the campers, in the flu. But I had my guitar with me. And I said, as long as I can't go out and see everything, I'll just take the time to write a song about what I've already seen. So this is a song called North Georgia Mountains. not a lot of places you can go to anymore where you can find peace of mind like you never had before. But north of Atlanta, south of Tennessee, there's a little piece of heaven that'll set your spirits free, where you can wake up in the morning breathing air that's fresh and clean, just like the water that's running in a Georgia mountain stream. There ain't a place quite so pretty, there ain't a place quite so sweet. That's why the North Georgia mountains will always be the place for me. These Georgia woods are sure the place I want to spend my days. From Helen to Hiawassee to Lonigan, LJ. The mountain folk all say the same, we surely can't be wrong when they get together and just to pick them good old mountain songs, where they can wake up in the morning breathing air that's fresh and clean, just like the water that's running in a Georgia mountain stream. There ain't a place quite so pretty, there ain't a place quite so sweet. That's why them North Georgia mountains will always be the place for me. So if the city life you're leading makes you feel out of place, and another day of hustling just seems too much to face, if you're working too hard and you still don't have a life you call your own, we'll leave it all behind and come to find your Georgia mountain home, where you can wake up in the morning breathing air that's fresh and clean, just like the water that's running in a Georgia mountain stream. There ain't a place quite so pretty, there ain't a place quite so sweet. The North Georgia mountains will always be the place for me.
Really beautiful.
Yeah.
I love the North Georgia
Thank
mountains.
you,
That
thank you.
felt just like being there.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I haven't played that in a while, so it was really nice.
I loved it.
Thanks so
It
much.
put me right back in the mountains.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it does. It really
It does. Every time I play that song, it gets me right back there. I think that's kind of what it's all about.
Yeah.
When you write songs like that, it brings you right back to where you got it from.
Which is amazing, because it is just like a painting. The painting takes you right there. That song took you right there. That was
It's, you know, my wife Roanne and I always talk about that position, you know, that position between painting and art in general and music as an art, as the art it is. And there's so many parallels you can draw. It's amazing. We always talk about that. As the artist and as the you know, consumer, I guess you could call it, or perceiver. So it's that, I think that's the idea of the artist or the songwriter, is to reach the person looking at it and give them that experience that you had, and that, you know, give give it to somebody else, just pass it on.
That's exactly.
To a lot of people.
Yeah,
So,
and you hit the nail on the head.
yeah.
Successful. So I was going to ask you to play your all-time favorite song, but you don't have an all-time favorite song.
So this is getting back to what my mother said about joy, finding joy in every day. I woke up in the middle of the night one time. It was actually after she passed away. I was visiting a friend, and this whole song kind of came to me, and so it was like, it's called "The Simple Things." When you're feeling worried and you just can't get no rest, remember it's the simple things that'll make you feel the best. Like a smiling baby bouncing on your knee, or the family gathered around the Christmas tree. It's the simple things that'll make your heart feel blessed. When you're feeling so unlucky, like you're losing every bet, just count the simple things you got, not what you can't get. Like the times you spend with your favorite folks, playing all the old songs and sharing jokes. It's the simple things that'll make your heart feel blessed. It's the simple things that make your heart feel blessed. When trials and tribulations are putting it to the test, you can dwell on the misery misfortune brings, or remind yourself of the simple things. It's the simple things that'll make your heart feel blessed. So when you're sitting high atop a mountain of regret, just come back to the simple things and by no means forget. Think back to the days you were girls and boys. No fancy sneakers, no electronic toys. It was the simple things that made your heart feel joy. It's the simple things that make your heart feel blessed. Trials and tribulations are putting it to the test. You can dwell on the misery misfortune brings, or remind yourself of the simple things. It's the simple things that'll make your heart feel blessed. It's the simple things that'll make your heart feel blessed. It's the simple things that'll make your heart feel blessed.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for doing that. I feel like I had my own whole personal concert.
Oh, it brings a tear to my eye a little bit.
Yeah, I remember your mom.
Yeah.
She was just awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for coming.
It was
Thanks
my
for
pleasure.
playing.
My
that was
pleasure.
wonderful.
I hope y'all enjoyed it, and come and see us
Yeah.
where we're playing sometime.
Definitely, definitely.
All right.
Next time on the Creative People series, we meet Roanne, Michael's wife,
My
talented
wonderful,
artist.
my
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful joy of my life.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Should I get up and walk out?
I'm going to say our final words. Remember, art is great for the
Yep.
heart, the brain, and the soul. And see you next time
Nice.
on the Creative People series.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Thank you.